All right, hello everybody, and welcome to round 5 of the 2023 ACC GT3 Championship, brought to you by Sim Racing Online and Sim Racing Holland. Today, we're for a treat, 60 minutes of racing at the iconic Mazda. Oh my heavens to Betsy, let's hope we can all make it through turn 1 chicane. I think that these gents are up to the task. We are in the final throes of practice here, and you can see by the leaderboard that Ben Gilles has a wonderful time of 147.6 up there, followed by Franz van der Linden about a half a second behind, with Haas in the Porsche just about 3/4 of a second back. And you can see the top 6 are all within a second, and then Hujkavin is right there, just about a second off the rest of the pack there, through 9. And 1.2. They're all pretty close, putting some times in. We will be moving to quali here in about 2 minutes. So these are the last few minutes of practice where these guys can stretch the legs a little bit. Want to welcome everybody to the race and stay tuned in here for some exciting action, as it always is with this group. We see who's going to battle it out. If you were with us a couple weeks ago at Spa, we had a wonderful 24-hour simulated race that was not actually part of the championship due to the technical difficulties we had on the website and the fact that it was a 90-minute race. It was more of a in-between-the-season fun run that brought us all together to have some fun with some of the features that Assetto Corsa offers with its Time Excel and its beautiful day-night transitions. So that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys tuned in for that. We had a blast doing it. So in the meantime, today's race is going to count for everything. So when we come up to the last round in 2 weeks, we will have all the scores and all the updates for you to see who's doing what, who's leading the championship, and this and that. As of right now, we are at Mazda. So get yourself a nice refreshing beverage, get back, and get ready for our race. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get ready to move us to the qualifications. So you are going to see the screen go a little wonky as I got to do what I got to do, because I am also the admin on this server. So it's a simple task of exiting out of here, returning to the garage. How you doing? Bringing up the chat. Let's let the guys know. All right, here we go. And that was as simple as that.
Green light. Give it all you got.
Now we're going back into action, and now we're back. Okay, so who's going to be the first one out on track? There we go. Hujkavin, Iride, heading out. Got Wiedemann in the Ferrari heading out. Get the warm-up laps here, get their tires warmed up. In Assetto Corsa, it does take a good amount of time to get your tires up to temperature, so the warm-up lap is important. Luckily, Mazda's a pretty quick track, or long, I should say. So about the end of the first lap, your tires should be pretty darn close to being what you want them to be. And you can go ahead and push. So Colin there, Iredale in that other Porsche, the white Porsche, been having a pretty good series, keeping himself up. I think he's up in that top 10. And then Haas in the other Porsche. I think we've only got the 2 Porsches. We've got 5 Ferraris, 3 Lambos, about 6 McLarens, and an Aston Martin today, and 1 BMW. And we do have time for a couple more to join. There might be a few more that jump on before the actual race starts. But what we're looking at now is going to be the starting of our first hot laps. As Johan comes around Parabolica in warm-up, getting ready to push for his first time lap. Here he comes across the line. Let's see what John can do. Nicely done through the chicane. As all of you well know, with Monza, that is the point of no return, that chicane. You're either going to make it or break it. Each lap. It's like, I know when I race this thing, I come out of Parabolica and all I can think about is, okay, how am I taking this chicane? I got to get through with the best momentum I can to get on the gas as soon as possible without putting myself on the curb or putting a tire in the grass, because that will just destroy your lap time. All right. Gets through Lesmos. Coming through Sector 2. A Sector 2 time. Known as 18.13 in Sector 2. Coming down the high speed, that final straight there, getting ready into the Parabolica. Another tricky spot here, Parabolica. Let's see how he takes it here. He's down fourth into third. He's going to second. Holding on. So the tires might not quite be all the way up to temp yet. Unfortunately, the data doesn't show on our screen, but we are going to see here what kind of lap we're looking at. A 148.2. Not bad. And Huska been right behind him, just half a second off, and Irdell in that Porsche, some 1.2 off. But then we have Franz coming right behind him with a ripper of a lap, jumping him right up there, 147. Some 2/10 quicker. It's Chris Haas in the Porsche. So holy smokes, they're doing it again, everybody. This is what these guys do. See what Kai's going to do here. Severson. He's about a half second off. Simon Geimer joining us again today. You can see Simon on the grid again. So these guys are still, look at the top 7 all within a second. That Haas putting that Porsche on preliminary pole. Been quick in all the races, and somehow has just been passed throughout portion of the end of the race. I don't know if the tires wear out, but he has held his own in that Porsche with that awesome root beer candy cherry livery. I love that car. Here it is again. Yeah. So let's see what Franz can do here. Coming down the back straight. He's a tenth or so up on his previous time, according to my data here. Let's see what he can do. Comes across the line. Does he better himself? Yes, look at that. About 2/100ths off of Chris Haas' time. Where is Van Rosen? He should be coming across, and he is a little bit better improved. But did Haas just jump ahead of him there again? He did. So Haas put him back up to 10th. So Brandon's lap was close, but Chris says, okay, here, try this. Here's a 47.5, another 2/10 quicker than Vanderlinden's attempt. So let's take a look down here at the other end. Here's Justin de Jong. He's not quite out yet. Philip Pilcher's out in that BMW. Hasn't set a timed lap yet, so he is on a timed lap. He had a 150.8, I believe. Just basically his warm-up lap. Let's see what we got. Is he going to score yet? Okay, this will be a start of a hot lap for him. So we'll check in with that. And then Leon Kronbeam. Eileen, another driver in the McLaren in that Sim Racing Holland livery. Looking good. I can see by the time he's up here that, somebody loses a little bit there, that Haas and both Haas and Brandon are just a little bit off on this lap from their previous lap, so maybe nothing hot coming in. But Rizzo, here, let's check on Rizzo. Rizzo been putting in some great battles this whole series, and he's just a half second off the pace. And he is green for him in Sector 1, head to Sector 2 now. So let's see what Mr. Rizzo can do. Get himself closer. As we are just in the last minute of qualifying here. He's still green. And Van Rossen is also green. Looking for where Van Rossen is on track. I think he's up into sector... Yeah, he's just leaving sector 1, Van Rossen. So we'll jump on him in a minute. But let's see what Rizzo can do as he comes through the Parabolica. We can improve. 4/10 off. Does he jump up? Just a few 100ths better. So very consistent. And here comes Van der Linden. He is green. But Van Rossen has put himself ahead of Van der Linden, as you can see there. But Van der Linden is actually up on his previous time. So let's see what he does here. He's down the back straight. Heading into the Parabolica. Let's see how he takes it. Staying on time. He's keeping it third. He's on the gas already. This is going to be a good exit. This might move him up. Let's see. Let's see. It doesn't put him on pole. He grabs the pole at the last second. Let's see where Haas is. And Haas comes right behind him and steals it away from him again with 1/10 of a second faster. Oh, Van der Linden on the last. They still have a lap to go. They crossed the line before time went out. Wow, what a great battle for pole as Van der Linden puts himself up, and Haas just takes it right back away from him. Wow, excellent, excellent driving. These guys are crazy. All right, let's follow this group around. Let's see. We also have, let's see, who's coming. He is green. Now, he is down here in 11th. He's a second or so off. He's coming through sector 1, but he has 4/10 up on his previous time, so he has the potential to move up. Van Rossen is in the pits. He's calling it a day. So I don't think all but the top 3 here have crossed the line in time to get another timed lap. So this is going to be it. We got Franz and Chris, and I think Roger, who has parked it. So here, Franz is going to even have one more show as this lap will count. If the ACC gods will let the server continue to run. See if we can do it again with Harsh right on his tail. It's like, okay, what do you got, Franz? Into the Parabolica. There it is. Will he steal it back from Chris, and then will Chris steal it back from him? Let's find out. I think they're both red. Nope, they both are parking it. So there you have it, everybody. Wow, what a battle already. Already fighting tooth and nail, and 100ths of a second off. Great run, you guys. Awesome quality. So there is your starting order. Looks good. I'm going to hit a couple buttons here. Turn the garage. And we are got about, I think it's a 3 to 5 minute warm up here. It's a 1 p.m. start, so that will be a factor with temperature. It is pretty cold today. It was 11 degrees Celsius was the average heat of the day, so that's what the server is set at. But as you can see, it's jumped up to 16 with the randomness, and the track is 22, so that's completely doable for these guys. I don't see having any issues with tires other than wearing them out by overdriving them. So this is it. Round 5 is about to begin. So get yourself something to drink, kick back, put your feet up, and let's have a race here. And let's trip down the grid here. Let's see what we can do. I want to see if there is a camera view. Doesn't look like it. I just kind of wanted to have a look at all the liveries, but no, this isn't going to work. Okay, no. All right. Well, we can see it from back. We'll see it from the back. So there's Chris in the Porsche, Franz in the McLaren, Van Rosen in the McLaren, Rizzo in the Lambo, Pushkabin in the Ferrari, and Geimer also in a Ferrari. You can see the 3 Ferraris in a row there, and Cyberstein right behind him in the other white Ferrari. Then we got Huizka in the McLaren, and Senna in the other Lambo. Grombin also in a McLaren, and Johan Wiedemann sporting that McLaren. Roberto Bali in his red Ferrari as always. Good to see Roberto. And then Colin Iredale in the other Porsche, and we are gridded up. And let's see, we got a minute here. Pilcher in the BMW, and Andy Ritter, he's in the other Ferrari, excuse me. And then Zwirnik, that's a good one. Bart, we're calling you Bart. CWE, Zwirnik. Yeah, I'm sorry I butchered your guys' names. I apologize. Yes, sirree. But he is in that Austin, the sole Austin in the race today, so good for you. We do have 2 BMWs now as Weedham has joined. Not Widham. Where is he? He's down here. Stefan got in time, so we got a 20 grid field. We got the McLarens and BMW, and Beaton in the Lambo. De Jong sporting that other green fluorescent. Now listen about De Jong. If you saw the spot race, you saw this guy go from the back of the grid to the front of the grid. You know, in that 90-minute race, I was talking to him after the race. He said he had like low wing, slowest possible wing, and you could tell if you watched any of the replays or if you watched the broadcast that he was just shredding his way through the field. Also, lap 1. All right, we got somebody in the pits. That's Stefan Winham. Looks like he's going to start in the pits, and that's okay. He'll get the green. He'll be able to get out there. He came in late. He's at the back of the grid anyway, so, you know, it's a survival thing. It's feast or famine around here. One thing's for sure, he won't be caught up in this turn 1 chicane potential mayhem. So, yeah. We shall see as the warm-up lap goes. Now, rolling start. So once these guys coming out of the Parabolica, they're going to get back into double file, and they get the green. Now, I believe the timing line at Monza is pretty much right after Parabolica, but the actual start is going to be farther down the straight before they actually get the green. So, yeah, that'll be something to watch for as we have El Crozo. It'd be cool if the data would transfer so we can see. I mean, you can see all zeros up there for tire pressure and all that stuff, but I think due to broadcasting and all that they got to save some bandwidth and data somewhere. You know, optimization is what it's called. So you want to optimize the sim. You know, you can't have everything, but holy smokes, these guys do a great job, and what a terrific sim Assetto Corsa Campazone is in its own. So Yeah. And there's still rumors of AC2 coming out. So the old AC, which started this whole mess with Assetto Corsa Capizone, might be getting a little brother soon. So yeah, that'll be something to keep our eye on. That with Rensport, all the great games coming out. Automobilista 2 is really starting to take shape. If they can dial the multiplayer in for Automobilista 2, that would be a great sim, as it's fantastic to drive and it's wonderful in VR. All the VR guys just love it and wish that it was a better multiplayer game. I think it would be right up there with all the rest of these if they just had the multiplayer side of it done. Yes, sirree. And there is the young in that lime green. Holy smokes, McLaren. Well, I'm curious to see. Now, as we all know, Mazda is a low downforce track anyway, so curious to see just exactly where the young is as far as race pace. We will keep an eye on him, as we will keep an eye on everyone else as we get ready for the start here. I think I'm gonna give us some room here and get rid of that just for the start, so we have a pretty good view of everything. Let's focus on about the third or fourth car back, just in case we get some action. This Parabolica. Oh boy, this is the last time they're going through all as friends. So soon they will be in anger with the loud pedal pressed as they come around, getting ready for the green. Poised for that chicane. Man, that turn, one chicane, let's see. Fingers crossed that everybody gets through. Come on. It's a good looking grid, everybody. Here we go. Poised, they're poised. Ross, as you can see. There we go, and we are off. We are racing at Monza. Round 5 is underway. Cars getting a start, keeping it out in front. Van der Linden and Van Rosen fighting in. Of course, Michael Rizzo, they're in there. Let's go. Come on. Let's get it through. Let's get through the chicane, everybody. A little bit up on the sky. Oh, 2, 3, one top, one shot. Oh, we got one around already. Holy smokes, we got two cuts. As predicted, mayhem. Holy smokes. Hope everybody gets through alive in there. Was that Franz? Yeah, it was Franz got tagged up in that. Oh my goodness. Look at him. He's back there with the young now. Oh, I can hear it now. And it didn't look like anything hardcore. It was just like a little bit of a love tap, kind of. It's so hard to get through that. Oh, Franz. Very unfortunate for one of the fastest cars on the track. And we got some more contact here. That's the 33 and the 75. Bugavine trying to get through there. You can see the damage on the back of his car. Back up to the pointy end. We've got Carson, the Porsche. Got through clean, has been able to stretch his legs and get away from the mayhem. And then Rizzo in P2 flexing the muscles of that Lambo with Geimer in the Ferrari right behind him. And he's getting voiced by Van Rosen, who's like staying right with him there, trying to look as they get down the main straight, keeping it off the curbs. The back straight. We're going to see who's got what here, man. This is where we find out who has the lower wings. They make it through Parabolica Cleaner. There's the top 5 or 6 cars right there. Let's check out De Jong down the back straight here as he's making Parabolica. Still in 50. It looks like, oh, Stefan Winham, he made it out, so he's in good shape there. He's on the track. So, Van der Linden staying ahead of De Jong, but let's see what we got here as far as De Jong being able to catch up. I'm just so curious because of the more mayhem. I see there's dust and debris at the chicane again. But I wanted to get a look at De Jong's cockpit view and see if he's actually gaining. As we look at Roger Van Rossen there, currently in 4th with Geimer in front of him. Michael Haslunga behind him. Chrome being in 6th, but Bali in 7th. You can see him back there. Senna, the Lambo. boy. Guys are really tight here. There's Philip Pilcher in that BMW with Johan Wiedemann right behind him. And Brandt has jumped up yet another spot and finds himself in 17th now. 16th, so he keeps moving. Nicely done. They make it through that Sector 1 into Sector 2. Through Sector 3 and get ready for the, look at, oh, holy smokes, we got it coming around right here. There's a little bit of pressure at the tail end here. These guys are duking it out. Here is the young cockpit. You can see he's in the draft now. He's closing in. But where do you go? There's nowhere to go. I mean, he's going to go for the inside. He's going to be able to stick it. I don't think so. They're side by side. Somebody's got to give. Oh, they get through. Nicely done. De Jong's just keeping it ahead of Cyberstein. And Vanderlyn is staying in front of that. All right, back to the sharp end. There is your Porsche leading Monza. Great job, Chris Haas. Out in that clean air. Man, he's just having a drive in the park right now if he can keep that pace up. So let's bring the board up so we can get some times here. There we go. And I believe times behind. This will jump. There's Haas. Okay, 3.5 seconds is the gap. You can see there. I don't know if this is going to give us that gap. Yep, it'll do it fine. That works fine enough. So there is your order. And let's get back to this battle for second and third here with Roger holding that fourth position. And then if you jump back here to Pilcher and the gang in 13th and 12th, it's a big waggle of cars here. Wiedemann riding him pretty hard right there. Uh-oh, we got an incident. He's at the 12. It's Bart. Bart found himself out. Let's jump back and see if we can find him and see what happened to Bart here. We are now in replay. So here's Bart in that Austin. The sole Austin had an incident. So as we're in replay here to see exactly what happened to Bart. There it was. He lost it on the curbs. And it looks like he was fair contact with the field, so that's good news. And I just got himself back in the pack now. All right, so let's get back to live. Any second now. All right, here we go. There, now we're back live. All right, so top has not changed, but we are looking for a spot right here. No foul, no autopsy. If they're heading into Lismos, and Geimer, that fourth place, fighting it with who's thinking with Michael. I'm gonna call you Michael because I don't want to butcher your last name. You got to get with me on TeamSpeaker chat. You can help me out pronounce these names a little bit. But let's Zinga, Ryan Roger. Let's check the battle down here. So De Jong gotten himself ahead of Franz, but just barely, as these guys are now moving their way up to 14th and 15th and 16th. As you can see, Aride in the Porsche, his next victim, or was it Jordan Wiedemann, and beaten there in that Lambo. Guys are battling out in the back. Making through Parabolica. They're coming down the front straight, side by side. It's a drag race to the chicane of death. Look at that Lambo flexing his muscles. Oh, they're going to be through. He gets wide. Wiedemann got thrown out to the side there. Oh, he's going around the barriers. getting himself back in, but it looks like he didn't gain any positions there, so that's okay. Meanwhile, wow, dare we leave this mayhem? Okay, we have a pretty good battle here for 4th position, with Geimer fending off Michael. You can see Van Rosen up there in solo 3rd with no stress from front or rear, so he's got himself in the mix there. Of course, Rizzo comfortably in 2nd place as well, so the battles are going on back here. And let's check on Jan Ritter, currently in 9th. And then behind him is this craziness with De Jong. He's gotten around Aride now, into 13th. He's moving himself up the pack. Now he's got to get around the BMW. And Vanderlinden is stuck back there in 15th. He got stuck in traffic. We know he's got the pace. So see what happens there. Yep. De Jong he gets through the BMW, through the Parabolica, jumping yet another spot is De Jong, and I'm sure he's got the wing of one. Excuse me. As Vanderlinden going to push, excuse me, to get up with this group. Brett, you just got to get through these guys if possible. Some great and Iredale and Pilcher between him and De Jong now. There's something to fight for there. These guys are just duking it out. And Jan de Ritter leading this pack, holding the tip of the tail of the top 10 there. He's in 9th position with Senna right on him with that other Lambo. And then, of course, here is De Jong, has found his way. He's now working his way into the top 10. And a brilliant run. Remember, he started in the back of the grid like he did in Spa. So let's go. Fran desperately going to try to get around the BMW of Philip Pilcher, and it looks like he's got a spot there as they go down, heading sector 3 line, taking the wide chicane, and you can open it up here on the backstretch, and he's gotten around. Nope. And he is now going to have to mess with Colin. The next in line for him is the Porsche. As we see De Jong moves himself into 10th, taking on Senna, City, Francisco, and the Lambo just can't hold off that McLaren, driven by Justin De Jong. Amazingly fast. Holy smokes. And that's up to the pointy end. Here is Roger Van Rosen, currently in 3rd by himself. Rizzo currently in 2nd, with about a 3-second gap that Harst has on the field. And there is your leader, as he's just having a drive in the park. He's going to be able to pull over and get some pasta in the pit to get something to drink and still be leading this race. Well, let's go check on 9th with De Ritter and De Jong now. The battle for 9th as De Jong continues his race through the field. Got himself up into the top 10 points. Now he's just all over De Ritter, and he gets the spot. De Ritter lets him through probably wisely. Why battle if you know you're outpaced? It's going to result in an accident. So, holy smokes. The pace that De Jong is bringing to this race is something. As we are at 15 minutes in just about, and we got a battle right back here for it. Looks like Vanderlinden is trying to get himself through Iride, and he does. Bumps himself up into 13th. Nicely done. As the leaders are all spread out, 1, 2, 3, the battle for 5th and 4th is still ongoing. We will check in on that with Simon Geimer. Finds himself now in 5th. So Michael has gotten around Geimer for that 4th place spot. But Geimer's coming right back on him. Go through this cane of death. Nicely done. Very good. There's that battle for 4th place. Ferrari get through as they head through the chicane, going heading into Lismos. And meanwhile, Vanderkils, we got a car bunched up, and guess who it is? Yep, you're seeing him now in 8th. Is the Young. He squeezed his way through all these cars, and now he is pushing on Chrombean for 7th. Gets him, I believe. Yes. Wow. Coming through the back stretch here. Look at him get off those curves. Stay on the gas. It's all over him. So now Vanderkils at 6th as Young is fresh in his way. Let's see what happens to Parabolica here. He's staying to the outside. He's going to do the old switcheroo to get back on the inside. And then pedal to the metal. And let's see if he's got anything for him. Very impressive is Justin's run here from the tail end up into the 7th, now going for 6th position. It gives him the inside. Is he going to let him have it? He's got a wheel. And now he's, yep, gives it up. Now they're side by side. A little kiss for good luck. And it looks like the Young has taken yet another spot as Vanderkils gives way to the 55 of Justin de Young, now in 6th position. Holy smokes. Meanwhile, let's check on Vanderlinden, who has gotten 13th. Here he is now. Next in line is De Ritter and that other Ferrari, and lets them around. That looks like it was a little bit of sportsmanship there. I think we probably missed a little something that Franz got around. Yeah. And gave him the spot back. Gave Senna back that spot. So I'm sure it was something we missed it, but that's awful sporty. And as well expected, because sportsmanship trumps everything with these guys. It's really, really fun, refreshing racing with this group. Good job. There is your 4th place, 5th place car. And yeah, these guys are soon to see in their mirrors the lime green car of the Young. Unless he's had an incident. Where is he? There he is. He's currently in 5th, 6th. Okay, let's see if I can get a little bit better idea here of how far. Okay, those are fast laps. It's not telling me what I want. But I did want to see the gap, but didn't show. All right, no big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's what? Where's what? Okay, the 53 car. Why can I not find it here? I want to look at this group here. The Franz in 13th now. Trying to weasel his way to the top 10 after that lap 1 incident in the chicane there. So he's got himself back behind Francisco and De Ritter and Roberto Bali in this group ahead of him. And Relay has a little bit of an incident. Holy smokes, let's check what happened there. Okay, he's coming through. Yeah, he just oversteered it. I don't know if he got helped or not, but that was a replay showing what happened to Colin there. Okay, most unfortunate. But he's still rolling. Nobody's in the pits yet except for the number 5. But you have a mandatory pit stop. So I do see the 5 car. It looks like he's making his stop. So Jeroen Wiedemann is in the pit, getting his compulsory 4-tire change. As the leaders have gone by, there is your leader. Now some 4-second gap. Man, I don't know. We're at 40 minutes in with a remaining, and this gap just keeps growing over Rizzo. I don't know what's going to happen here. These guys are going to have to do something to catch him, but if it stays like this, this is it. There's your 3rd place car, Roger Van Rosen, and that Sim Racers Holland. And then Geimer in the Ferrari holding 4th place. But Huizinga is right behind him there. Michael staying with him. And then, of course, we have the Young. Just got this hitting the turbo boost. He's just so good on exit. His lap times are incredible. Anyway, he's got a 146.8, I think, was his fastest. Best lap, and the best lap of the leader was a 147.6. So there you have it. He's about 8/10 faster on his fastest lap than the leader. That is Justin the Young we are talking about. Very good. Okay, let's check back here with Friends, who has picked up a spot. It looks like he's now in 12th. Very good, very good. So that was due to the pit stop, I believe. So we'll see what happens here. He's battling his way through the field. Chasing after that 11th spot. Looking good there. And then let's check out this battle for 5th here as Michael Huizinga. God, I wish I could pronounce that. I'm really sorry. I know you guys will help me in the chat. You've been really good. It's got a nice gap there, but where is Bart? Hey, let's check the lone Austin, keeping himself in 15th there. Nobody around him. There's Philip in the BMW, keeping it back there. But then we get up to the Jandy Ritter in 13th, and there's a little bit of a battle going on here. He's got Francisco and Vanderlinden in front of him. Looks like he tries to outbrake him there into that chicane. And there you see Vanderlinden up there. And with against Bali and Kromping and Beaton next in line there. There is Franz, and here is Sienna right behind him. Tini, Francisco. Listen to that Ferrari, it just sounds so good. I heard the dogs are barking. Meanwhile, let's check on, guess who? The Young has now caught up with 5th place. Starting to put a little pressure. Oh, she follows him wide out into the dirt there, coming down the back straight. This is where speed of this McLaren, it's unparalleled with the rest of these guys. He takes Parabolica. I mean, you know he's got low wing, but he still manages to keep it tight. Look at, he's holding the inside in 3rd. He's already down into the gears. Coming into 4th and just making the pass with Parabolica side by side. It looks like he's going to get him into the chicane. He's got him by a nose already, so the Young has just taken 5th, but let's see. Does Michael have anything to say? Nope. So, up into the top 5 goes the Young. Michael's like, what do I got to do to keep this guy? Look at that gap already. This guy's unbelievable. And then Van der Kelsen 7. In that stealth all black McLaren. All right. And then back here, Krombeen, Bali, Vanderlinden, and Francisco and Ritter all battling now for the top 10 spot. As Krombeen is holding 9th. Bali's in 10th. Vanderlyn in 11th, and Francisco in 12th. Ritter in 13th. This group, pretty racy right now. There is the helmet cam of Roberto Bali, currently holding that 10th position. Good stuff there. And that's looking back to Ron Rawson here. Looks like he's coming through. Okay, he's going through some lap traffic of, I believe that is that Stephen Wyndham in the other BMW. Yep, he's getting the blue flag. 17th is Stephen. So lets him through without giving up too much speed. Nicely done, Stephen. And then here he is, the tail end of this battle that is looking at that. And we got another car coming into the pits. It is the 65 car of Fran. He's calling it his compulsory pit stop, so he's going to get himself some fresh rubber with 35 minutes remaining to see if he can't get out of that traffic and put himself in a little better spot. Basically undercutting the group he was racing with there. So we shall see what happens there. As Bali 10th, and Senna now takes over 11th. Van der Ritter obviously moves up to 12th. And then now Justin, all of a sudden, is in 4th. So he just, while we were chatting, has gotten around Geimer as well. So this guy is on a mission, man. Let's see what's his fastest lap down. 146.8 is still his fastest lap. Let's see, the fastest lap again of the leader is a 147.6, so that has not changed. Last lap of the leader was a 148, and the last lap of Justin was a 147.2. Well, a 148.135 for Chris Hart from the Porsche. Last lap in first place. Now in 4th, last lap was 147.022. So he is slowly making his way with plenty of time left. He's halfway through the race, and he's already up, be battling for that 3rd position here in no time. We can see, let's see if it shows the gap to the young. Yeah, he's 3 seconds off, 4 seconds off of 3rd place, it looks like. Here is the 6th place car of Michael. And then behind them is the Chrome Bean group. Here is your top 10. Looks like Bali has got away from Crombeen a little bit. So it's Crombeen, Senna, Cini. I just keep saying Senna because, you know, one of our idols. But Francisco is way funner to say. What a great name. Okay, Francisco, keeping the pressure on. Let's see, the 55 car of De Jong has now made its way through the traffic in 4th place. Looks like Geimer gets through as well. So there's your 4th and 5th place cars. The Geimer goes off. What the heck happened with Geimer here? Holy smokes, let's jump back and check this out. Geimer. Oh, he gets a touch. Oh. Most unfortunate. Oh, Stefan. I'm sorry, Stefan is gutted. He didn't mean to do any of that. And then we also have a crash here. Who is this? Another car down. Let's go back and check this out. Was that crash? Where's this other crash? It's the one I wanted to find. Was it beaten? We are 30 seconds back. I can't find him. Oh, is that Van Rosen? No. Was it? I think it was Vuitton. Wow. Anyway, tried to find it, couldn't find it. I apologize. Holy smokes! But the leader's got lap traffic. It looks like coming up now. So he's getting by the Austin. Wow, some crazy incidents back there. We got a number of cars into the pits now. So we got, I believe Wiedemann might be done. Iverstein currently in 19th. Ugeman, Stefan Winham. I know that was unintentional. It's just what a tough break for Geimer. Van der Linden out of the pits now with fresh rubber. Finds himself in 15th. And then Cullen is in the pits. Huizinga, that's who it was. That's who the crash was. Man, I'm sorry, Michael, I couldn't find that. But I'm sure we didn't want to see it anyway. And then who else is in there with him? It looks like it's the 99 or the 990. No. Why can I not find this? The 720's in. So anyway, we move up. Van Rosen still holding the fourth place, or third place is De Jong. Some 2 seconds back. You can see him there in the foreground. John Beaton finds himself in fifth place now. After the mayhem that was, holy smokes, more lap traffic getting through. And it looks like Huizinga's out of the pits now, and it looks like he's got that car repaired, and somebody's trying to squeeze through. That was the 33 of Dick Vanderkels. Way into sixth place there, trying to squeeze through that little bit of traffic gap there. As more takers are in the pits, so we've only got a couple cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About half the field almost has pitted. As De Jong now finds himself in third. And that would be due to the pit stop of Haas, the leader. So, Chris is in the pits. And he's out. So, his pit stop is complete. Comes back out in 8th place with the relative cars in front of him. And you can see Francisco still back yet to pit, but he's still behind the leader, so he is down a lap. So Rizzo now finds himself in the lead to lead a couple of laps. Gets through the Austin. And Van Rosen, some 6 seconds gap back to second place, and he's coming in for his pit now. So Rizzo pits from first, pitting from the lead. That's going to bring Justin also coming into pit, so he's following suit, as well as Van Rosen. So the three leaders are in the pits. These are preliminary leaders, as Haas now, as he comes around, should regain the lead. Let's see what happens with the pit stop. He is coming down. Just now jumping into sector 3 is the Porsche of Chris Haas. Getting around the soon the 66 car of Kai Silverstein, I don't know how to begin. Oh, and Pilcher has got himself a stop and go. I would assume speeding in the pits. So let's see where Chris comes out now. She's heading into the Parabolica with Rizzo. Rizzo should be wrapping up his pit stop. Here he comes. He's fired it up. Here comes Chris down the straight. He had that huge gap, and here comes Beaton its lead. Rizzo's who I wanted to see. Rizzo goes out, and there goes Chris, and here comes Rizzo. So first and second, after the pit stops, of course, as Vanderkels and Beaton are yet to pit, as they are also coming through the lap traffic of Winham there, get him through. And there is Beaton. Oh yeah, Beaton. Fifth place, Roger Van Rosen is out, and you can see right there in the foreground of Justin De Jong is now out in sixth place. So these guys have completed their pits. All but 3 cars now yet to pit. Okay, so let's check on Fran. Has made his way through the top 10 after the first lap mayhem. It looks like he's got Ritter and that's that Bali back there. Where is Bali? Well, Bali's up in front. Okay. So there's Bali. Currently in 7th. DeYoung 6th after the pit, which will be 4th after the 2 cars that haven't pitted yet will pit. And that should probably be this lap, I would assume. These guys are coming through. What else have we got? Yeah. So Bali feeling it from John. Oh, somebody's back in the dirt behind him there. Is that Tharwick? No. Was that Jack Collin? No. Through, no. Crombeen. All right. You guys still haven't pitted yet. We shall see. Haas now in 3rd. Currently, and Vanderkels in 2nd place, showing a clean pit stop. So he's about to go down, and Chris is going to hit him here down the straight, I believe. Or he has already hit him. It'll update in a minute, I think. Unless, what the heck? It's showing, there it is. Okay, it's updated now. I forget this. I said, of course, they update when they hit the sector lines. As you can see on the track map over there on the right, the finish line and those 2 crosses that dictate the sectors is where it all updates the leaderboard. So sometimes there'll be something on track that you will see, but then you look to the list and it's not quite ranked. But that moves DeYoung up into 5th with still Biton yet to pit. 18 laps in, and here he comes in now for his compulsory. So this is going to put the order back in the shape it was, with Haas is going to maintain that 1st position, Rizzo in that 2nd, and they're pretty gapped there. And then the battles are going on back here. Behind with Bali, we got the battle here for the top 10. This is 8th place. Where else is now the 33? A car of Chris is going to coming through Parabolica. Regain the lead there as he passes Biton, who's coming out of the pits any minute now. Of course, the car right behind him is the lap car. There is your leader. Filcher in the BMW, Cyrus Steen. That's who that was. That's all right. Kai in the 66, currently holding 17th position. So the battle here looks like our tightest battles on track. As you can, I'm using the track map. That's all I got. You can see it's this mid pack here, top 10 from Vanderkels back. Vanderkels is pretty much cleaned up, but Franz finds himself in 7th position. Got to be pretty happy with that after that first place, first lap incident. However, he was number 2 on the grid, so maybe the race gods will look down on him and he can find his way through. He's saying thank you there to Wenham for getting through. Most unfortunate, though, was Simon Geimer, who just caught that tail end of a tick from the lap traffic. It was not intentional. It's just sometimes it happens, man. It's just a game of inches. That's all it took. Sent him off into the wall there for repair. He was looking really good there, and that's definitely in the top 5 most of this race. All right, then DeYoung is now in 5th position. Coming through Parabolica. Get an idea of the kind of speed he's got here. You can see he's beaten down on that lamp off the car in front. 279, 280 kilometers. That's a pretty good speed. Let's compare that to, let's see, where is the leader Haas when he comes down? He just missed it. So we'll catch him on the next lap. But we've got some good laps going on here. Biton did 2/10 up on his last lap with because of the Young on his tail. Van der Kils is 4/10 up on his last lap, currently in 6th. So nicely done there. Let's go down here to number 10. The Austin, finding himself at 10th spot. Way to go. Bart, nice job keeping that Austin in play. The sole Austin. Oh, well, let's just, take a little shortcut here. Can run around somebody. I think Harsh lost his sunglasses in the turn, and Bart did not want to run him over, so he took a shortcut there. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right, we got the Shandy Ritter battle. These guys are also coming up on a little bit of lap traffic, get through. De Ritter's through. Rizzo. Second place car. Coming up on the Kai Cyberstein. I think it's him in the 66 just ahead, getting the blue flag. Here comes the second place car. So I believe probably be a good spot to let him go. You don't want to lose too much pace, but you want to let them pass in a safe place. Nonetheless, alrighty, who we got? Here's Bart, that Austin holding off as he gets through lap traffic there. Here's Roger Van Rossen in 3rd place. Starting to feel the pressure from Biton right behind him there. Let's see what we got here. You can see he's basically caught him. You want to keep the air clean a little bit as they go through the Lesmos. Try and keep it out of the... They're using all the track to keep that momentum up. Oh, a little bit oversteer there. See if he's got anything for him. 240, 250, 260 before hard on the brakes here. Going into the back straight. He's gained a little bit on him. And then the Young is right behind these guys. A couple seconds. You can see him right there. And then Harris made it through. He's already going down the main straight. He's maintained that gap. Second gap that we had before the pit stops. So, I got it. Chris Harsh just taking it to the field in this Porsche. He's just had to arrive in the park here. Meanwhile, back to the Austin battling in 10th. You see he's got Francisco and Colin coming up to make their bid for that top 10 spot. And there's Sim Races Holland, Franz, taking the scenic route around the Parabolica. Let's see what kind of top speeds that Haas has. I wanted to compare that to what we saw out of our speedy Mr. The Young, but we gotta wait a minute till he gets on that back straight. I think that was where they really can open these babies up. And the closest battle, I think, well, we got these guys right here. The Young, and here is The Young, getting ready to pressure now for 4th. Watch this closing speed. They're coming through sector 2 here. And there's Harsh. What do we got? 258, 260, 265, 268. Not bad. Let's see what Young does. The Young on this one. 220, 230, 40, 250. 60, 65, 67, 66, 70, 71. You got it up to 71. 271. So you can see it a little bit, just those couple of kilometers making a big difference. Vanderkels is on a ripper. He's still holding himself in good shape here in 6th place. Doing fast lap after fast lap. He's got a 47.9. The fastest lap of the race, of course, is the 46.6 by Justin DeYoung. No shocker there. Nicely done. All right. Who is this battle? Is it Iride getting a little sideways? And Bali here putting a little pressure. I think this is a lap star. Bali's got Jean de Ritter behind him in the other Ferrari. He's got a little bit of a gap on him, and this is lap traffic in the middle. Excuse me. And Bart holding on in that Austin, still keeping that 10th position. However, Francisco might have something to say about that if he's trying to close in here. Get that top 10. You know, the top 10 does hold a little bit of prestige, you know. If you can't be quick and you're not with the leaders, you know, hey, if you get a top 10, you can say, yeah, I got a top 10. Pretty good stuff. That's how it goes in the life of a sim racer. Spoken from the words of a true backmarker. You know, I'm definitely a bottom feeder. I'm very consistently slow. Rizzo is on a faster lap. He's got a 47.8. It's his fastest. His lap with the last lap with the 48.040. Not really closing the gap any. He does a little bit though, 3.66. So he has brought that gap down a little bit. But then let's check this out. Leon. Now looking at Piton. He's closing in on him. Look at that, 268, 271, 3, 4, 5, 77, 78, 79, 280 kilometers down the main straight for Justin the Speed, the Young. Holy mount, proud of him. This guy is quick. It's like he was in Spa, man. It's like he went from like last to first in 90 minutes. Blew his way through the field, and it looks like he's trying to do the same today. However, with only just under 15 minutes left, I don't know if he's going to be able to catch Haas, let alone Rizzo, for second. But I think he's going to put the screws in here to Baton, and he's most likely going to get this spot. Meanwhile, back here, Colin defending that number 12 spot from Crombeen. Crombeen's looking pretty racy coming in here. Coming up to the turn 1 chicane of death. Everybody gets through. You can see it race out a little bit of damage. There's only, I think, one car out of this race, though, so that's pretty good for Monza. There's so many places to just crash and burn and die that to make it through, it's pretty impressive. All right. Bali, meanwhile, Hill has that gap. 8th place to Ritter, some 3 seconds back. And let's check on the Young now. He's actually caught. Let's see the Dash Pro Cam. Gets caught Bitong as they go down the main straight. You can watch that speed come up. Watch this gap close. It hits the 250, 260, 270. 280, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 285 kilometers. That is some serious closing speed. Does he have DRS? No. What the heavens is going on with this guy? This man is possessed with speed. All right, who's these guys in the 90s? It's the Iridale battle, the Colin battle. Nope, it's lap traffic. Okay, but he does have. Yeah, Crombeen is having his way. He's looking for a way to the inside. They're heading around the Parabolica. The battle for 12th as we got a lap traffic in front, getting the blue flag there. That is Stefan Winham holding his own. There's a gap to the inside. Staying right with him. Meanwhile, let's see what's going on here. Okay, that is Kai Fagerstein letting the lead lap cars through. As De Jong have beaten. And let's see, Van Rosen in 5th. I mean, he is back here some 4 seconds off. But definitely holding it on Vanderkills is in 6th. So these guys got a little bit of a gap. Van der Linden, 7th. On a solo, no action run there. Gives him time to breathe, I guess. This battle. De Jong, not quite closing up like we thought he would. In fact, it looks like Vuitton got a little bit of a gap there on that last lap. So he does close up on the straights there, so maybe the muscle power through the turns of that Lambo is helping him fend off the high-speed pursuit of De Jong. Looking for battles. I'm looking for battles. That number 12 car. Let's check away pretty quick. He's still holding the 10th spot with Francisco, maintaining the 11th spot, keeping the pressure on. There's that. And then the 990 is Colin in the Porsche with Krombin staying with him to keep the pressure on. So this is a one false move and you lose the spot kind of situation. Though they have a pretty nice gap, but still, put a tire off in the dirt, you're going to lose the spot. As simple as that. It seems to be catching him a little bit. Let's jump back to Krombin. Get through the chicane safely. That's nicely done. These guys are pros. It's looking good. All right, let's check on Speedmaster. Coming down the back straight. Look at that, 46.605 is that new best lap. 80 had no, I don't know. I could be imagining things. But he's, I'm impressed with Vuitton being able to hold him off in that 3rd spot. He seems to be able to maintain the gap. I would think De Jong was going to catch him with that top speed advantage, but we shall see. All right, back to the battle for 10th. You see Francisco. Coming into the Parabolica. This is the 11th place car, Francisco Sanini. Okay, here's Vuitton with De Jong behind him. Let's, I want to get a look at Vuitton's top speed with De Jong. He's up close the gap a little bit this time. See De Jong right back there. As we are under 10 minutes with just about under 9 minutes actually to go. So the final throws of this race. All right, let's check Vuitton's speed here. He's 220, 230, 240, 250, 60. Look at that, 66, 68, 70. Nowhere near the speed of De Jong. He was clocking it almost 280 down the. All right, let's check him down the main straight here. But remember, De Jong got it to about a 281, 282 last time. So 15, that's 270, coming up to 57. You can see him closing in the mirror. 275, 278, 278. And then De Jong right there closing in. Here's as close as he's been this lap. This is for the final step on the podium. Oh, he's looking racy. He's caught him. All that pressure. Vuitton is doing a brilliant job keeping De Jong behind him. But I don't know what he can do here. As we're going to come around the Lismos into that little section of straight. It might be all that De Jong needs to get around him now that he's caught him. as we are closing in on the 7 minutes remaining. Here they go. What will happen next? I think wisely maintaining the gap here, not trying anything in this little treacherous zone. But I think getting through here, everybody gets over the bumps. This is where he's going to put the loud pedal down and see what happens. Right on him. Watch this speed. '73, '74, '75. Staying with him there. Now look at that. Vuitton gets way out of that parabolica. Really nice. Helps that gap. And this is where it's going to happen right here. And then are they going to get through? Crash and burn. There's into the 70s. There he sits 281, 82, 83. You can see that speed difference. He's going to the outside. Vuitton holding the inside, but the Young has the outside to now be on the inside over under, but Beaton holds him up. Vuitton, brilliant defense. Nicely done. Holding him off for yet another lap as we are under 6 minutes. That was close. I don't know how much longer he can keep him off, but that was some brilliant defense right there. They're making their way through Sector 2. Through the Lismos. I'm looking back. We still have this intense battle in the top 10. I want to get a look at that, but I think there's going to be a pass for position here for the podium, so we want to stick with this for the time being. Is he going to dare it? It's very sketchy right here. This is sketchy. He's on the outside. Vuitton on the inside. Should be able to maintain that, but if you let him get around, no, the switchback gets him. Now they're switching back the other way. And yes, the Lambo muscles his way through that section. It had him a nose ahead during the sector lines. You can see by the scoreboard up there, but when they crossed the sector line, the Young had a nose in front. But now on the actual watch, it'll switch back when they hit the start finish to putting the Young back and forth as the update will come. Now, there it goes. So very tricky when you're trying to call these races. All right, there's a pretty good gap there, so let's get back to this battle for 1 second. John DeRitter in 9th. With the gap of cars behind him, they're getting through some lap traffic. So he's pretty much in good shape here. But this battle back here with Stanini, I'm thinking it's Stanini maybe the double end of the eye. I don't know. But Francisco's way easier to say. And Chrome Bean. Back there with this battle. But then they had quite a gap back to those guys. So we got some lap cars here coming through. These guys are holding their own with Sanini and Bart and that Austin. Okay, so let's see where Justin is this time. As we are under 4 minutes now. Coming down this back spot. This is another place where the Young could take advantage of that top speed advantage. On the brakes. Another development is the fact that the leader, Chris Haas' lead over Michael Rizzo in second place is down to 1.5 seconds. So it looks like this could be a pass for position, though. We're going to stick with this really quick. Looking to the inside of the Parabolica. It looks like he's gotten through this time. And there it is. There is your pass for position. Your new third place car is Justin DeYoung has taken over third place from Jean Vuitton. There you have it. We knew that was coming. But meanwhile, a development up here in the front is Rizzo closing in on the leader as we hit the 2.5 minute mark. Doesn't have anything for him. There is the gap from the driver's point of view. So, as we talked about at the beginning, that 4-second gap has come down to 1.5. And with a 1 minute and 47 second lap, we have 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this race. That's telling me there's going to be one more lap after this one. So that gives Rizzo a shot to chase him down. I don't believe De Jong can catch these guys, but I'm telling you, he definitely put himself on the podium for now, barring any incidents. Oh, the number 12 car. Bart, has he put it off? He's put it off. Oh, most unfortunate for the Austin. Let's go back. Let's go back and see. No, we didn't get it in time. Excuse me. Off from 10th position. And you can see here he's going by. That finds himself in 13th. Okay, let's back up to this pointy end. And let's check Baton. Baton is putting it to him. But I think Baton might have had an advantage in the turns, but I think now that De Jong is in front of him down those straights, there's going to be no way. I mean, we saw Justin hitting the 280s, and Baton is maxing out in the mid-70s. So yeah, that's it for that, and without barring an incident. So meanwhile, Rizzo, he's got a last chance to dance here. 1.7. Haas has increased the gap up a couple of tenths on that last lap. So this is it. For all the tea in China, can Chris hold on and keep this race? He's led from green to checkered. If he gets the flag on this lap, that'll be every lap led. Keep in mind there are 2 extra points available in the series, one for fastest lap in the qualification and one for fastest lap in the race. So I believe that Mr. De Jong is going to have that fastest lap in the race at the 4.6515. I don't see anybody else touching the 4.6s. So yeah, you can see De Jong in the background there as Haas taking that lead. You can see the gap there. This is from first place, looking back at second with Rizzo giving it everything he can. Did a brilliant job to close that 4-second gap. So he was definitely racing his tail off. Oh, we got a little bit of lap traffic in play here. This could be part of the puzzle. That's giving Rizzo a little bit of help. His time is up. This is it. This is the last time through Parabolica. It looks like it's going to be Haas, Rizzo, and De Jong finish as he gets through Parabolica for the final time, and he's ready to take checkered in round 5 at Monza. There is your winner in the Porsche 333, that beautiful root beer and black color Porsche. There is your winner, Chris Haas in the Porsche, with Michael Rizzo coming in second. Justin De Jong bringing up 3rd place from second to last to 3rd place. What a brilliant run. Baton maintaining the 4th place spot. Brilliantly done. Nice race. Van Rosen in the Sim Racing Holland livery coming in 5th. Van der Kels in 6th. And Franz going to bring up that 7th place. Got to give it to Franz on an epic battle coming back from that lap 1 incident, which I'm sure he has not forgotten about. Battered and bruised, but never given up. Finishing in 7th place is Franz van der Linden. Brilliant run, nicely done. Roberto Bali in that red Ferrari is going to bring up 8th place, followed by De Ritter in the other Ferrari. Nicely done, gentlemen. And Francisco Zanini, who got around that Austin, who had that terrible crash with just under 4 minutes to go. Tough break for Bart in the Austin. He really did a good job keeping that car in there. And here comes Leo. Lead from Dean, finishing in 10th, great top 10. And Colin in the other Porsche, finished in 11th. Very nice. And Elko Hujgavin bringing the other Ferrari. 12th place with Geimer. Another unfortunate incident for Geimer. It was definitely a top 5 car. Got a racing incident. And to add insult to injury, it looks like Bart has gotten a drive-through at the end of the race in that car. A brilliant run as Micah comes through in 14th place, giving a flash to the crowd. So there you have it, everybody. That is it. The number 20 car is still out on track. That is Ron Rosen. Fourth place cars bringing it around in that Sim Racing Holland. Wow, what a great race. That was something to see, I'm telling you. Let's check out the timetables. There you have them. Winner Chris Haars getting max points. Rizzo, De Jong, Piton, Van Rossen, Van der Kils, Van der Linden, and Bali. Followed by De Ritter and Zanini, top 10. Nice job, gentlemen. Wow. So, another race under the belt. And that puts us into the final round. Will be in 2 weeks. And I bring up my little cheater guide over here. Tell you what's up. Okay, so Bathurst. We are going to the mountain. We're going to go down under and get some Vegemite, and we are going to have a sandwich at Bathurst and challenge these cars throughout the mountains. Now, it is going to be a big wrap, though, because we have Christmas holidays. So this race is not actually until January 8th. So we're going to have our Christmas break in between. So let's not lose track of what's going on because we're a couple of 3 weeks in between now. But that will be one heck of a round at Bathurst. And stay tuned for some holiday fun runs at Sim Racing Online. Keep your eye on the calendar. We might throw some fun runs in there. There's a lot of stuff going on. We are going to be racing some set of Corsa Competition. We're going to be racing some Automobilista 2. We might have a rally race in that. There's some really good things. And also historic F1 possibly with Automobilista 2 because the new content is simply amazing. Also, R Factor 2 and regular Assetto Corsa. So keep your eyes on the website for some holiday fun runs. And that's going to do it for today at Mazda. I hope you guys enjoyed the race as much as I did. It's been great broadcasting. I will see you back here at Bathurst on January 8th. Happy holidays, everybody. And I hope to see you soon. Adios.